Today we can start the next chapter, factorization. Okay, factorization in the case of numbers we already know what is meant by factorization. Okay, so if you got any number 12, how you can factorize 12? What is mean by that factorization? Factorization means we write that given number as a product of its prime factors. Okay, when we write that given number as a product of its prime factors, for that we do like this. 12 we can factorize like this. Then 12 we can write it as 2 into 2 into 3. Okay, so when we write the given number as a product of its prime factors, these all are prime factors. Prime factors means we cannot further factorize these two. This is how we can write 2 as only as a product of 1 into 2. No other way we can factorize that. So this is the factorization of numbers. Just like we can factorize any algebraic expressions also. Okay, consider one algebraic expression 5xy plus 3x. How we can factorize this? So in this case 2 terms are there. For this algebraic expression, how many terms are there? 2 terms are there. In that 2 terms are as a product of, we can write as a product of its prime factors. Which are the prime factors of 5xy? We can write 5xy as 5 into x into y. Okay, and plus 3x we can write it as 3 into x. It is very simple because it is very all the numbers are prime factors. Prime in the case of algebraic expression, instead of prime we can use irreducible factors. Irreducible factors, that is we cannot further factorize that algebraic expression. Okay, these factors are called, then in this case these factors are called the factors 5 x y, and in this case the factors 3 and the x, they are called irreducible factors of the given expression 5xy and 3y. Okay, so when we write an algebraic expression as a product of its irreducible factors, then it is called factorization of this given expression. So it is very easy for this expression. It is very simple algebraic expression. So 5xy, how we can write its factorization? 5 into x into y plus 3 into x. So for finding different algebraic expression, we can use some different methods for its factorization that we are discussing now. First method is method of common factors. We are finding the common factors of the given expression. Okay, for that one question you look. Consider the expression 2x plus 4. One algebraic expression we are considering 2x plus 4. Okay, how we can factorize this? Now in this case, first term we can write it as 2 into x plus second term 4. How we can factorize that number 4? We can write as a product of two prime numbers as 2 factors as 2 into 2. Okay, then in this case, how many terms here? 2 terms are there. Okay, in the given expression 2 terms are there. Now we find out any common factor in both terms. In this case 2 is the common factor, is it? Here 2 into x, the second term 2 into 2, so there is a common factor 2. So when we take that 2 as outside, what is remaining here in the first term? X plus what is remaining here? 2. So this is the factorization of the given expression 2x plus 4. Now we write, this is actually what does it mean? This is equal to 2 into x plus 2. That means the given algebraic expression we write as a product of 2 and x plus 2. So after we cannot further factorize this 2 and x plus 2. This is the simplest form of this form. So these are the irreducible factors. One irreducible factor is 2 and another irreducible factor is x plus 2. So in this case we factorize this using which method? By finding common factors. In these 2 terms the common factor is 2. So that common factor when we take outside, then the remaining factor we write in the inside the bracket. So this is the prime factorization of the given expression. Now another expression, you look 5xy plus 10x. How we can factorize this 5xy plus 10x? Now 5xy, how we can write? 5xy, we can write it as 5 into x into y. Just like 10x, how we can write? Here two terms are there, so that two terms we can. Then the number 10, how we can factorize? That 10 we can write as the product of 2 into 5. Okay, 2 into 5 into x. Now in these two, which is the common? 5 is common. Is it? Both the terms have 5 and x also common. So we can write 5xy plus 10x equal 5 into x. Then what is remaining in the first term after taking 5 and x? What is remaining here? Y. Then plus what is remaining here? 2. Y. 5x into y plus 2. So this is the factorization of this given expression. So you look here, 5, we write this term as the product of 5 into x into y plus 2. So that they are irreducible factors of this given expression 5x plus 10x. So this is one method. Okay, then another method also there, regrouping method. Okay, factorization by regrouping terms. Now consider one example. 2xy plus 2y plus 3x plus 3. Okay. Now can you find out any term, any factor as a common in all these 4 terms? There how many terms are in this given expression? 4 terms are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you find out any factor as common in these 4? Not common in 4 numbers, 4 factors. Here 2xy, but 2 is not have here. X is here, but no x factor is in these 2. Y also here, but y there is have no y here. So in this case we can grouping. Okay, we can regroup the given factors. First we can take first 2 terms are one group. Take this as one group, this another group. Then in these 2 terms you can find out one common factors. Not only one common factor, 2 common factors are here in this 2. Which is this? 2 is common and one variable also common in this 2, which is that y. Okay, so 2y. When we consider these 2 terms only, we can find out 2y is common in both terms. Then what is remaining in the first term? X. Okay, plus then what will be remaining here? If 2y, we can write it as 2y into 1. Okay, so after taking that 2y as common, then what is remaining there? 1 is remaining there. So x plus 1. 2y into x plus 1. Okay, plus then third and fourth term when we consider, which is the common factor in the 3 is common factor. Okay, so that when we take outside, what is remaining here? X is remaining, plus when we take 3 outside, what is remaining here? What is the factors of 3? 3 we can write it as 3 into 1. Then when we take 3 is outside, 1 is remaining there. So we can write it as 1. So 3 into x plus 1. Now when we consider this, can you find out? Now here we got 2 terms like this. Now when we consider these 2 terms, can you find out any common in both the terms? Here one common term is the x plus 1 is common in both. Here have 1 x plus 1. In this term also 1 x plus 1 is there. So that when we take outside x plus 1 into, in the first term remain 2y. Okay, so 2y plus, in the second term remain 3. So these are the irreducible factors of this given expression. Okay, so we can write this as x plus 1 into 2y plus 3. Okay, that is very easy in this case. First you want to look finding common factors. First you check the given algebraic expression is can be factorized using common factor method. For that for using that common factor method, all terms have one common factor. There should be one common factor in all given terms. Okay, so if it is not possible, in this case it is not possible, no factor is common in all these terms, then we want to think about the next method, regrouping method. Okay, then regrouping here we can do like this. First and second we take one group, third and fourth we take another group, then find out the common factor in this. We can find out 2y is common, then there will be remain x plus 1. In this term 3 is common, then there will be remain x plus 1. Now when we consider these two here, we can find out there is a common factor x plus 1 in both terms. That we took outside and remaining 2y plus 3. Okay, that is the second method. In this way we can factorize the given expression. One more question we can do like this. Another question. If you got one algebraic expression 6x, the question is like this. Factorize 6xy minus 4y plus 6 minus 9x. Okay, you want to factorize this given expression. So first we want to think, can we factorize using this, that is first method, that is which is that common factor method. So for that we want to find out any common factor in all these terms. Can you find out any common factor these four terms? Here 6, 4. There have a common factor 2 and y also common. But there is no, here also we can use 2 is common. But in this case 9x 2 is not common and x also. So we can find out there have no common factor in all these four terms. So in this case we can regroup this. Okay, when we consider these two terms first, 6xy minus 4y when we take together, what is 6xy? We can write it as 2 into 3, okay, into x into y, and 4y when we consider we can write it as 2 into 2 into y, 4y 2 into 2 into y. Then so what we can write this, in this case the common factor, find out the common factor in these two. 2 is common and also y also common in these two. So 6xy minus 4y we can write it as, that common factors we find out it as 2y. Now when we take 2y outside, what is remaining in the first term? 3 into x is remaining. So that we write in the bracket 3x. And next here it is minus. So minus, what is remaining in the second term? 4y, 2 is remaining. So instead of these 6xy minus 4y, we write it as 2y into 3x minus 2. Now when we consider the next term, 6 minus 9x. Okay, 6 minus 9x when we consider, 6 we can factorize as what? 2 into 3. And 9x we can factorize as 3 into x. Okay, so 6 minus 9x, how we can factorize 6 minus 9x? Otherwise it is possible to write this. We want to get a term like this, 3x minus 2 as like this. So when we consider the term minus 9x plus 6, so otherwise you can do like this, last we can change. Then 6 minus 9x we can write it as, the common factor we can write 3 in this case. Okay, so when we consider 3 as outside, what is remaining in the first term? 2. Okay, then minus in the second term remaining 3x. Okay, now in the first case we got 2y into 3x minus 2. Now we consider this to first term, we got 2y into 3x minus 2, and next we took plus 3 into 2 minus 3x. Okay, in the first case we got this first regrouping. Then second two terms when we regrouping, we got this. Now, when we just rearrange this term 3x minus 2 and 2 minus 3x, here have one just a common, but there is a small change is there. So for that, when we take this as minus as outside, what will happen? Okay, when we consider this minus as outside, it will be 2y into 3x minus 2 and minus 3. When we take it as minus 3, then we can take this as 3x into 3x minus 2. Now you look, we are just rearrange this term as same as this by changing a sign. Now when we open this bracket, we will get the same answer of this. You look, minus 3 into 3x, minus 9x. So here also we will get 3 into minus 3x. Otherwise, when we open this bracket, we will get 3 into 2, 6. Okay, first 3 into 2, 6 minus 3 into minus 3x, 9x. 6 minus 9x we will get. Same answer we will get here also when we factorize. Minus 3 into 3x, that will get minus 9x. And minus 3 into minus 2 plus 6. These two terms are same. You look, 6 sign positive, here also positive. Minus 9x, minus 9x. So we just rearrange this term as in this way for getting a common factor 3x minus 2 in both the terms. For that we only change this sign as like this, and we just turn this terms, its order also we just changed. For what? For getting 3x minus 2 as common in both. Okay, there is no change after doing this. We will get the same answer for these two. Okay, now we can find out this is equal to. Now you can find out two common factor. Now it is one term, it is another term. Now we can find out 3x minus 2 is common in both. So 3x minus 2 into, what is remaining in the first term? 2y and minus 3 remain in the second term it is. So this is the factorization of that term. Okay, now some other questions also there that we can do as next day. Before that, these questions you want to do as homework. It is very easy. Find the common factors of the given terms 12x and 36, which is common in both. You can find out this 12 is common, just like in this 2y and 22xy, which is common in both. 2 is common and y also common. So 2y is common. Just like you do these two questions, 1 and 2 only. Okay. Then if in this question, if anybody have doubts for this any factorization, otherwise you just do the first 5 questions only. Up to 5 questions you do as homework. Remaining question we can do tomorrow. Okay. Thank you.